How's it going, everyone? This is Ian. Welcome to a brand new video up on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about my loadouts I use for each of my classes for the year 2021. This may change a little bit each time. I mean, I've had a lot of different unusuals. I've used a lot of different ones throughout the years. For most of my classes, actually. Some are more sentimental than others. But today we're going to be taking a look at everything. Not necessarily my backpack. My backpack I might do a separate video for if you guys would be interested. Just let me know in the comments down below. But we're just going to go through class by class, starting with Scout, ending at Spy, talking about each slot of each loadout. Now, just something to note for the future, each loadout slot has a specific purpose. I have hotkeys on my keyboard that change, on my numpad specifically, that change 1, 2, 3, 4, are A, B, C, D respectively. And so for my primary slot, I use like casual stuff I like to play on a regular basis. Slot B is MVM primarily. Slot C is more of a serious, not necessarily comp, but it can be comp loadout, where I usually don't have unusuals on them. I have alternative cosmetics or old loadout sets I just want to keep and not trade away or anything because they have some sort of value or just I feel special to them. But for the most part, they're unrecognizable from my main class, so it's harder to shout me out easily. I like to have a slightly alternative loadout just for my own sake. And slot D is like a meme-based weapon loadout, or it's an alternative loadout. One or the other. And it depends on which class, because some classes I play more than others. I can show stats later on. But anyway, with that being said, let's start off with Scout. Now, if you take a look at Scout, Scout's my most played class. I'm not the best Scout, but I do like him a lot. You can see right now we're going with the green setup for my current Scout loadout. I used to have white energy and an Aussie, but I've sold all that stuff. Literally, I sold my front runner and bonk boy, as well as my scattergun, to make it more of a green, which I like. So starting off, we got my minimal wear, strange, unusual, bomber soul set scattergun as 4 strange parts, tornado and agonizing emerald, which is actually, I really like this. I really like this effect combined. Like, I mean, not effect, but like sheen, and it does, in my opinion, complete the green loadout quite well. I haven't really talked in a video for a very long time, so I apologize for stuttering a lot. But Bomber Soul, it's pretty cool. It's green, and I got it for a good price as well, to be fair. Next up on our list, we got my Face Melting Collector's Professional Kill Streak Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol with a little over 1,000 kills and 3 strange parts. It has Team Shine and Hypno Beam. Not the best sheen and color combo and like eye effect combo in my opinion, but it's still pretty cool. I might change this eventually. Just like maybe green to fit the rest of the loadout. We'll see. And then something I've had the longest on my entire Scout loadout is my 3-rune blade. I had this back when I didn't even have an unusual for Scout. Let's see, I had a Stormy Storm front runner for a very short time. I think that's when I got it. Either that or the frickin' Sweet Ninja Hood that I used to run constantly. I really like using this thing. I don't know, it's just different. Like, of course, you can have the Boston Basher and have strange parts, but I like the thought of a sword. Just my opinion. Anyway, off to slot B. We have my MVM loadout. As you can see, like, we have Power Up Canteen this time, but we have my Grossfire Professional Kill Streak Soda Popper with 1 strange part, Hot Rod, and Flames. I used to actually have a, it's like that helmet, like that Death Race or something. Yeah, that's what it was, with Death at Disco. That was such a cool effect and such a cool hat. And I had this for the MVM loadout exclusively when I had a little bit more flexibility. Obviously, times have changed and I had to sell some of this stuff for money, but I still got my Mad Milk and Phantom War. I don't play Scout a whole lot on MVM, to be fair. I'm not very good at it, but occasionally I will play it, and I'm trying to get better at Scout and MVM. It's really easy, but I get distracted easily. Anyway, with that being said, cosmetics are the same. Loadout C. This is my more serious loadout for Scout, and this will change quite often, actually. I got my Bomber Soul Scattergun, which I occasionally take off because it's very bright, very flashy. I probably shouldn't use it. Like, in a lot of cases, I'll just use, like, the Dragon Slayer or even stock. Occasionally Smithmas, but I don't know. Just have it as a token. Winger, I don't know. I like it. I want to get better with it. I don't use it too often. I usually use Pretty Boys or stock, but Winger's allowed in most comp situations, and it seems very viable. Like, finishing off someone and having a little bit more mobility is good. Like, the clip size is not much of a downside, I feel, if you're just using it to finish off targets. And Atomizer, because Atomizer is allowed in Highlander, as far as I'm aware. Like I said, I don't play much comp, and I should know because of SeasonaLander. But I like to. I've been running Atomizer recently with this loadout because generally medics are just going to heal anyone. They don't really need to build as much compared to 6s. So having more mobility really helps just to try to get to a higher place and such. And loadout D, my meme loadout, I guess you could say. Got Force of Nature. I used to have an Aussie one. Rest in peace, that thing. That was my first ever Aussie as well. I got my Flying Guillotine, and I got my Rap Assassin. I just like to do the, I guess you could call it long range flavor, like Soundsmith has been doing again. Ever since the Guillotine Sandman combo got basically destroyed, like I have had a hard time using the Guillotine. But I mean, to be fair, I've always liked the Rap Assassin, especially back in the day when Star used to make those arena mode videos with like the Mad Milk and the Rap Assassin mixed with like a stock scattergun, I believe. That was pretty cool. I miss those days. I miss when Star played. Anyway, on from that, I got my Patriot Peak, which I normally use on Spy, but I have it on a couple classes as well in like alt loadouts. My Bonk Boy, which used to be Purple Energy and Specialized Kill Streak. We'll go into that later. That'll be a story time, I'm sure. And then we got Dillinger Stuffle, and for memes, I like to put fancy Spellbook on here because, you know, I like to run meme loadouts in Halloween time, not because you're not going to be taking the game too seriously, but, you know. That's enough of that. On to Soldier. Soldier is one of my favorite loadouts I've ever made, I feel, personally. Like, I've never been dissatisfied with it. It's a nice purple, to be fair. I got my Server Clearing Professional Killstreak Miami Element Rocket Launcher. I will change the sheen if I do end up keeping this rocket launcher. I'm tempted to upgrade, to be fair, like a better Miami Element. We'll see, we'll see. Incendiary or Deadly Daffodil, horrible combination with this, but it's a placeholder. I love this rocket launcher. I'm surprised it didn't go on an Aussie, to be fair. Anyway, Backwoods Boomstick. I mean, this changes from time to time. I'll occasionally use like the Panic Attack or the Conjurer or the Battalions. I've been using Battalions a lot recently. And then my melee is Quick Pick, which is just the escape plan. A crit like a prick. This was one of my first ever strangers I had, and I eventually added a Pro KS kit to it. Quick Pick, if you don't know, it's a reference to Hypixel, which is a Minecraft server. When the game mode's ultra hardcore, you can craft a special pickaxe that barely requires anything, and it gets efficiency 1, I believe, or efficiency 2, I can't remember now. So I just had to, when I used to play that game mode, I used to Quick Pick a lot, so I just felt like this would work. It's like a play on words, I guess. Anyway, as far as items go, I got my unusual War Pig. This one has Headless Horseshoes and Purple Energy. Exquisite Rack, Purple Confetti, and Chromatic Corruption. This is like a double spell, basically. I forget the command for it, but I'll have to show it at some point. I think you can see it ever so slightly. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just being dumb. And then my Patriot pouches. I have used these pouches for a very long time. I had to reset the stats on them, actually, when I got hacked about a year and a half ago. So I had to sell it. I had to give everything away to my brother while I still had a chance. Luckily, I lost nothing, but it's still a very scary time. I'll just say that right now. Anyway, Loadout B. Loadout B is more of my MVM sort of style. I don't know why I'm running gunboats in this, to be fair. Like, yeah, let's change that real fast. I probably run Battalions or Buff. Quick Pick again. Occasionally I'll switch out with Disciplinary. Airstrike I've been using like crazy in MVM. It's fun as hell to use. And I had a Strange Collector's one for a very, very short time over the holidays before I had to sell it because Christmas gifts. And I just wanted to get a better unusual for my sniper? Yeah, it was my sniper, yeah. Anyway, long story short, that's that. Airstrike, Buff Banner, Quick Pick, same cosmetics. Let's move on. Loadout C. Loadout C is different. Like, I don't know. I like to use direct hit in more serious situations for some reason. I know splash damage is more optimal, but that's just my opinion. Scout Be Gone, Flames and Team Shine, pretty cool effect. It's Boomstick because that's actually, I'd say that's better in competitive. In casual, I'd use the Panic Attack more often, but you know, I don't play Soldier like crazy. Like I have a good amount of hours on him, but I'm not good at him, I guess you can say. And if I was to choose cosmetics here, I don't really have very many cosmetics I'd use. Like I'd use Stainless Pot probably as a random drop, or actually that's a gift, I think. Maybe my Stutter Sidekick. Yeah, that would work pretty well. Just something different, something a little bit off. Then I got my Killer's Kit, which I used to use when I didn't have my Exquisite Rack. I've owned this Exquisite Rack 2 separate times. I sold it then bought it back after a very long time when I had my purple energy. When I bought my purple energy bonk boy, I sold a lot of stuff for that. I overpaid ridiculously. I regret it, but I have it again, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, loadout D is my meme loadout. I got airstrike. I don't even know why I have it on here. I mean, I could use like rocket jumper. Yeah, that's fair. I use rocket jumper. I could also use like beggars. It's something like that, something stupid. And then I have my meme weapon, sufficiently lethal, genuine, professional killstreak, righteous bison. What a mouthful. Incinerator and mean green. I've gotten this to like I think a 15 kill streak one time, like on a casual game. Like that's the highest I've gone, but I still like to test my limits and such. And then my first ever strange that I ever had, and I unboxed it. Of course, it's a pain train. One way to run a railroad. It's Singularity in Mandarin. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, moving on from Soldier, we are going on to Pyro. Pyro is an interesting one because I like playing Pyro. I'm not the best at it, especially after Jungle Inferno. It really kind of, I had to change my playstyle a lot for Pyro. I've had this extinguisher for a good bit of time, but I don't really always use the extinguisher. I generally M1 more so than anything else, I think. But this is a double spelled degreaser, Halloween Fire and Exorcism. Pretty cool. Two parts on it, and Villainous Violent and Incinerator. Got my spelled flare gun, pro kill streak, and then this thing, my extinguisher, a couple kills, not too many. I want to use the extinguisher more, but it's just really hard to use it optimally, I feel. Anyway, Hottie's Hoodie, one of my first big time unusuals I ever got. Before then, I had an Aces High Hottie's Hoodie, which is pretty cool. But I eventually upgraded, and so that's that. It's history. My Pyro the Flame Deer, which is strange. I used to always run the Last Breath, like constantly. And it was because of Rise of the Epic Scout. I had that with the Hottie's Hoodie because I thought that Pyro loadout looked so cool. Since then, I've changed it about a year and a half ago, and I've been running the Flame Deer. So yeah, that's that. Legendary Wanderer's Rare, Strange Wanderer's Rare. I can't find a better cosmetic to use with this whole setup, but I feel like it's okay. It's kind of like a winter-esque theme, hiking thing. I don't know. I think it's alright. I might change it in the future, but I'd have to find a better suit for Pyro. That fits with the hoodie, of course. I've had a couple cosmetic ideas, but they've never been final. B. This is our MVM loadout. Pretty standard. I mean, you can use Flog or Stock. I feel like those are the two best you can possibly use. Gas Passer and my Smith's Sweater Power Jack. I don't know why I chose that. I just wanted to skin Power Jack, I guess. Same cosmetics. Let's move on. I'm sorry for the noise outside, by the way. I forgot to close the window and someone's moving a dumpster or something. This is like my comp loadout. A little bit different from what you normally see in comp. Like, I could run Flog if I really wanted to, but I didn't really want to run Flog. I have a Dragon's Fury. I want to get a Dragon Slayer Dragon's Fury eventually, because I have a Pro Kill Streak kit for now that I got, and I got a Detonator. Because I've learned from a couple Pyro players in not MVM, wow I'm stupid, in Highlander and comp that you can, if you play the Dragon's Fury but detonate them first, you can easily rack up kills and wipe a whole team like without much thought. It's kind of insane what I've seen people do with it. And Homewrecker, because if I'm on defense, I'm going to be helping NG. I prefer Highlander over sixes anyway, so the fact I'm using Homewrecker is probably better off that way regardless, unless I'm on offense of any kind. Anyway, moving on to D. This is my meme loadout. You probably should have seen this coming at some point or another. We got the Flog, we got the Scorch Shot, and we've got the Power Jack. Pretty standard WM1 Flog. Douchebag, I guess. Patriot Peak, Pyro, and Slider Psychic. Pretty sad. Pretty simple stuff. Demoman. Demoman is a pretty cool one. I've had this hat as well twice. It's similar to the antlers. Not the antlers, the Exquisite Rack. I've owned this hat, I think, 2 or 3 times now, like at separate instances. It's a 1 of 2 hat, and the Scott Bonnet can't be unboxed anymore, and so there's only like 30 unusual Scott Bonnets to ever exist from what I'm aware of. So having this is pretty special to me. I like the effect too. It kind of fits the hat color. Anyway, this has like always been my Demoman loadout, something of this sort, like the Signature Collection snow sleeves and the Double Dog Yo, Demo Pants, and Scott Bonnet. I like that sort of style. I mean, at least for the last 2 or 3 years, I've used something like this. Occasionally, I'll switch it up, but that's not often. I got my Pro Kill Streak Alien Tech Iron Bomber and my Aussie Sticky Bomb Launcher. I'll use Pain Tray more so than Bottle in a lot of cases if I'm really feeling risky, but I want to make better plays. Like I'll use that, but I also have a bottle named Just Water because gotta stay hydrated. I don't know, that's horrible. I'm sorry. Moving on, we got B, MVM. I actually like playing Demoman a lot in MVM. Like I shouldn't play him as much as I do, but I do. It's either Engineer or Demoman in most cases. Occasionally Sniper, but I don't know. I use Loose Cannon. I almost swear by this thing in MVM because it can knock robots back, reset the bomb, etc. I know it's not the best option, but if you time it right, you can definitely help make plays if necessary. But Scottish Resistance is the main key player here. The fact that you can control an entire area with a bunch of 14 stickies and have a bunch more ready with upgrades, it's insane. Scotsman Skullcutter because random crits are enabled in MVM. And it just, if you have to run to melee, you can. Loadout C. Oh, wow, I almost said D. I'm dumb. My competitive. I don't know. I want to use Grenade Launcher more, stock Grenade Launcher. I feel like it could be viable again. Like it's it's not much worse than the Iron Bomber, but it just doesn't add up to what the Iron Bomber has become. And it's it helps with your practice, I feel, because you're going to be missing more shots with the Grenade Launcher often than the Iron Bomber. So I don't play demo and comp too often, but when I do, I guess I do. Or at least in serious situations. Quickie Bomb, because different, I don't know. I like the thought of being able to shoot a sticky across a map very fast and be able to pick off someone who's running away. And I can still place traps. I can place 4 at a time and then another 4 and I'm good to go. In my bottle. Loadout D is my main loadout. Kamikaze demo. There's not much to it. I can occasionally change it off for like Claymore or Islander, but recently, I don't know. It's different. I have this handsome double, a Razor Cut. I think there's a random drop, and then Spooky Sleeps from Halloween. That's being said. That's it. Heavy. Heavy is my most recent loadout I've gotten to near completion. Like if you look on my home screen, I've always wanted a Bunsen Brave with Sulphurous. Not always, but for about a year and a half now. I managed to pick this guy up for Wayne, I believe, one of the largest backpacks in the world. He literally unboxed it a couple days before he sold it to me for a really good deal. Like he offered me like 55 keys and it's worth like 60 or something. And the fact that it was only him before having it, and it had an old effect. Like I don't think you can only get this from like the Robo Crates anymore. And so I already had the large luchador with orbiting fire. I changed it to orange and made this orange because otherwise, if it's team colored, if it's not painted, I should say, on blue team, it just shows blue flames, which is not what I wanted. So I fixed that. Borscht Belt because funny. Yes, try hard, sweaty, heavy main. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a heavy main. My least played class is heavy, right now at least. Sandwich. I used to have a Robo Sandwich too, and Gloves Running Urgently, which I used to also have a Bread Bites. Both those got sold. This is my remainder of the original heavy loadout. The Brickhouse Minigun. Really fire-based is for my heavy. Like, Brickhouse with... It's a lot of orange. Hot, field-tested, almost 3,000 kills. Flames and Mandarin. Like, you can't... It's hot. I don't know. Anyway. Loadout B is my MVM loadout. Brass Beast. Definitely a go-to, unless I want to play different, but Brass Beast is usually the best option. Second Banana. Yeah, I might change this up with Sandwich occasionally, depending on how well my medic's playing. If I have to constantly slap down bananas, there's a problem, and I'll switch to Sandwich. Then Fist of Steel, because, yeah, Fist of Steel are pretty good. How can you be pulling them out too often? Fist of Steel and comp, Second Banana, and Thomas Off. Fist of Steel I might change up occasionally with the Holiday Punch, but that's up for debate. This used to be my old heavy loadout too. Like this is my original heavy loadout that I was gonna make unusual, my dream loadout. Man of the House, which I just kind of discovered out of nowhere. Pretty cool pants. Like you don't really see very many cosmetics that are just pants that really stand out. They're strangely expensive, by the way. It's like 3 keys I think now for these guys. It's insane. Room Warmer, Weight Room Warmer, and Hound Dog. I'm not bearded expense. Don't. Shh. Don't judge me. Anyway, loadout D. Different loadout. Very different. It's like Fat Scout meme, whatever bullcrap you want to do. Natasha, almost 1,000. Panic Attack, because I don't like really family business. I know it's probably better for Fat Scout anyway, but there's no meta for Fat Scout, I feel. I mean, you literally have 3 shotguns at your arsenal, so I don't know. It's your call. I'm not going to judge. And Killing Ghost of Boxing, because if I have to melee someone, I'm going to get a crit. I'll use it on this guy. Whip whole person, solid. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Large Luchador and Handsome Double with Patriot Pico Force. Engineer. Engineer is an interesting one. So, back in 2013, I started playing TF2. I think it was around 2014 I really started to discover what potential Unusuals had in TF2. I'd seen Unusuals before, and I eventually joined a trade server called God's Hell Servers, otherwise known as GHS. You've probably seen it on a couple of trade tags or gifting tags for a couple of these items I have here. Not anything here, but this was my first ever Unusual, this Engineer's Cap. I'm never going to get rid of it, at least as long as I can. Keep it, I will. I really overpaid for it looking back on it. I paid like $50 for this thing. But to be fair, it was my first Unusual, and I was stupid, and I didn't know what to do. Pencil Pusher, I've changed this up a couple times. I think I used the Mutton Man for a while. Yeah, I used Mutton Man, and then Dogfighter, because I didn't have a body cosmetic for a very long time for NG. NG is one of my least played classes. My brother mains NG, and so most of my hours, I'll just show you my stats, most of my hours on Engineer are from him. Like, it's almost 300 hours, so it should say something. If it was based off of raw play, the Engineer would be by far my least played class. Moving on to B. B is the loadout I use the most for Engineer, because I like playing Engineer and MVM. I only even use this loadout on casual, for obvious reasons. Like, it's a very good, solid loadout. I got my... I keep saying Thompson 6000. I really need to change that, and people get pissed at it. Rescue Ranger. I use the Rescue Ranger for just about every situation. Like, I like using this weapon. I can get kills with it if I really want to. It's funny. Geiger Counter instead of the Wrangler, like always. I love this thing. I actually got a really good deal on it. I got for like $20 on the Steam market. It was a steal. At least I'm sure it was. And then Jag, which has pumpkin bombs on it. So, you know, pretty solid, pretty cool Engineer loadout. A unique one too. C is my more like try-hard, I don't know, something different Engineer loadout. I got my Black Patrico Benefactor as well. Gotta support Black Patrico somewhere. I love these guys. Like, they did so well. Well, they were very active. I hope it happens again this summer / fall, but we'll see. Widowmaker, Pistol, and Gunslinger. I use Luger Morph more, though. Cottonhead, Pencil Pusher, Black Patrico. Anyway, moving on to D. D is like a... I don't know, it's something different. It's weird. There's no reason to rhyme behind it besides just hotKeying to use the Jag effect rollout. I just do it anyway. Frontier Justice, Luger Morph, and Eureka effect, because if I want to... I guess this could be like an Engineer loadout. Like, if I want to teleport behind them, have Frontier Justice crits ready, use all of them, and finish them off with a pistol. I guess I could do that. Got my Patriot Peak. Here's my Mutton Man. Something I've had for ages. Got it from an IRL friend. Moving on to Medic, we got a very blue tag-based loadout. Like, the only orange thing is this, besides this purple. I got my dovetailed Crusader's Crossbow. Everything here is specialized kill streak, besides this regular kill streak. So that's kind of interesting. No pro kill streak on here, because I barely play Medic as well. I got this pretty cool Crusader's Crossbow from a friend for, I think, Christmas. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it's Team Shine, which is nice, because this is like a team card one, I believe. Aussie Medigun, because it was a pretty good deal, and I think it was one in the market. I got this for a good price, and then I got this from one of Stabby's giveaways recently. So I replaced that with my stock Saw. Moving on, I have my Gentleman's Gatsby with green black hole. I have my Physician's Procedure Mask Vintage with purple, and my Vitals Vest, which I used to use a lot. I don't use it as much anymore. Occasionally I'll switch out with the Man of Reason, I think is what it's called. Like, whatever the one Luca Palooza wears on his Medic is what I used to wear, because I got it from a random drop. And then this I used to have with a Frostbite Das Nagenvacher, which was one of my favorite Unusuals I've ever had. Like, I'm kind of frustrated I sold it, but at the same time I like this loadout a little bit, like, almost as much. It just seems different. I wanted a Frostbite Gatsby, but I think there's only one in existence, and it's owned by another TF2 YouTuber. Virtual economist, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so this is my next step up. I like green black hole as well, so I figured this would work. It kind of fits my next theme, I feel, as well. Loadout B is my MVM loadout. Barely anything's changed besides Crits Krieg and Canteen. So we can move on. Loadout C is just a meme, more competitive. Like, yeah, here's my medical mystery. That's what it's called, not Man of Reason. Medical mystery. And Breakneck Baggies and the Swarm Parasite. Because I got this recently and I kind of like it. It sounds weird, by the way, when you equip it on your loadouts. It just sounds like a hissing. Like, ugh, I don't like that. That basically exactly the same. Meme loadout is Blutsauger, all the way. Vaccinator and Vitasaw, because funny and I can't trust my team, and I want to use other weapons to my demand. Patriot Peak, Blighted Beak, which I want to get an unusual one of. I probably will get Memory Leak or Overclocked, I think, for my Blighted Beak, but we'll see. Because I want to finish my medic loadout next, I think. Either that or Sniper. Like in the long run. And Vital Test. You can probably hear my brother talking in the background, and I genuinely apologize. Sniper. Let's move on to Sniper. Sniper is a interesting one. I'm going for a gold loadout right now. It's not finished. It's nowhere near finished. I want to get an Aussie Sniper Rifle and SMG. Maybe a Collector's Cozy Camper. And then Shahancha. I like this Bizarre Bargain. I've been using Bizarre Bargain like crazy recently. I used to hate this thing just because it seemed like a downgrade of a weapon, but I mean, literally, it's an upgrade if you land headshots, and I've gotten decent at headshots, I could say. I don't want to be too cocky, but I can hold my own sometimes. Defender kills, Demoman's killed, and Revenges, and Exorcism. So that's pretty cool. Villain's Veil, because funny. I've had this Villain Veil for a while. I used to actually have a not Galactic Gateway, but it was one of those like moon, like one of the newer moon, like with a cloud effects. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like one of the newer ones from like 2016, I think. I had that with Highway Star, and then I sold it a long time ago and had. I had a missing piece with Frozen Icefall for a long time as well, like for like almost a year, and then I sold that as well. I've changed my Sniper unusual loadouts, I think 3 times now, maybe 4 times. Yeah, 4 times, because I had a Scorching Deep Cover Operator as well at one point. Villain's Veil and Marksman's Mohair. Anyway, moving on. B is MVM. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Hitman's Heatmaker, Carbine, and Bushwhacker to shred tanks. And because Hitman's Heatmaker is insane on MVM if you can land your shots. D, my comp loadout, which changes very often because I don't play sniper in comp, but I want to be kind of like that free-to-play looking sniper. I don't know why I chose the Saxon, to be fair with that, but I also have these antlers. Anyway, Bot Color Sniper Rifle, which I used to have like 5,000 kills on, and then I put it on the market and lost everything and got it back, and now it's like this. Coast Camper and Kukri. Meme, Machina. I don't know. I just want to put Machina on here. I want a shooting star, like a strange shooting star eventually. That would be cool, but it's a lot to ask for. We'll see. I think it's not a necessity as far as like my goals go. I have Machina, Girardi, and Shahancha. I don't want to use Girardi Bushwhacker because that's dumb. It's overused and it's annoying. And it's not very reliable anymore at all. Like, it never was, but it never will be. Patriot Peak. Shoots a lot. I was going to say shoots a lot. And then Marksman's Mohair. Anyway. Last class. Moving on to Spy. Spy is, I don't know. It's a different one. Late Party Phantom is pretty cool. Like, I want to get Yuri Orbiting Fire, but there's only like 4 in existence, and 2 of them are collectors, and one's duped, and the one guy who's selling one has a spell on it. He's overpricing it by a lot. It's like 500 keys right now, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Étranger, I love this thing. Exorcism, Kunai, Pro Kill Streak, Enthusiast Timepiece, and Snack Attack, because I like Snack Attack. It's cute, it's funny, it's different. It's a sapper. There's not much special to it otherwise. It's my personal preference. Going on to B. You got my MVM meta loadout. Like, you gotta use Dead Ringer. You gotta use... Well, you don't have to use Kunai, but, like, a lot of people do. You could run Big Runner if you really need to. Diamondback's pretty huge. And then Snack Attack. I don't know, I went off that. C is a slightly different one. I decided to go for an alternative loadout here. Like, Frenchman's Beret, which is actually special to me, because I had a Burning Frenchman's Beret. And I got this from Stabby. Like, it was crafted by Tub, but that's actually Stabby's profile. Anyway... that was one of his first giveaways when I subbed to him on Twitch, so he gave that to me. special, because it's a chance, and then I end up getting it back in a separate form, which I actually appreciate this more than the Burning Flames, I feel. My L'étranger, Black Rose from AVA, Cloak and Dagger, because Cloak and Dagger is actually really good in like almost every situation of like a primary spy users, from what I understand. And looking at it now, Cloak and Dagger, if played right, can be insane to use. Like, it can give out so much information for your team on the enemy team. It's just ridiculous. And then Snack Attack with the Al-Quran Assassin, I think that's how it's pronounced. I got this as a gift from Clout, a friend of mine who watches my channel frequently on Twitch, on YouTube. So shout out to you. I have your other cosmetics. I just really like this setup a lot, so I've been using this like crazy. Gray bands, because I feel like they had to use their gray bands somewhere in there. And D, my last loadout, Ambassador, Black Rose, Daggerringer, and Snack Attack. Different loadout, very, very standard, like old school spy loadout, like before the kunai was buffed back in like 2014, I think, 2015. And it just, I don't know, like a lot of people use stock knife for a reason, and then Ambassador used to be really good. This is just like a nostalgia trip, I guess you could say. Exerciser, I had this thing for a long time. My good luck charm, so I called it lucky. I can't remember exactly why. I just remember I was going through hard times when I happened to get the Spy Crab as a plush gift. Not gift, but like I bought it for myself, and my brother got one as well. I got red, he got blue, and I don't know. It's interesting because like I do really well as spy whenever I had this on, so I just named it Lucky with my good luck charm. I don't know, it has a special meaning to me. And my Patriot Peak, and that's about it for this video. Like, that's all my classes. I just realized it's only 36 minutes. I sped through this. If you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, or going in depth on any of my loadouts specifically, or classes, and especially my backpack or stats, let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please make sure to, as I'll be posting a lot more TF2 and occasionally Minecraft in the future. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everyone.